What up, y'all? So I just came from my homie's house. Just got a little beard trim, my little bi-weekly beard trim, and I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. So I need to start this off with a cup of coffee, and I'm gonna try to do this all the time. Try to start it with a cup of coffee all the time. The coffee has been secured. I like this coffee shop because they have this like rewards point system, and when you spend like X amount, way too close. When you spend like X amount of dollars, you get rewards points towards like a coffee purchase or a snack purchase or whatever. So just got my joint for free, which is cool. Right, now it's time to head home. Okay, so a few things. One, I gotta figure out how this is gonna sound because this is a new thing. So I got a Rode desk arm with this super cheap mic, this MXL mic, and this just standard spit guard that you get from anywhere. And I got a guitar rig, not like IRIG. Going from here to my interface to the IRIG, from here to the interface to the IRIG to my camera. I listened to the last episode and I'm hoping that this will be a little bit better. Couple updates. One, I got an Apple Watch. This joint is neat, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I work out every morning. Last vlog I said like 4 more times in the morning. That's a lie. I misspoke. But I work out quite often. And also, I'm trying to do this thing where I'm like less on my phone. What I like about this Apple Watch is that I'm on my phone less, and that I also don't have to necessarily rely on just my phone to make calls and do texts and all the other fitness stuff and things like that too. It has this one thing on here that I love, that if I wash my hands, it senses me washing my hands and it starts counting down from like 20. And when I finish, it says good job. And I am like great for pats on the back, so I appreciate that. It's just too bright. So it's sunny out here, but the way that the sun is hitting right now, it's not necessarily coming to the space, so I got my light going. Anyways, so yeah, new Apple Watch, really cool. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was politics. We just had our inauguration, and it's been, as of right now, it's pretty much been at least a full week that the president that has spent in the office, the new President Biden, has spent into the office. A lot of stuff has happened in between time. A lot of weird stuff with GameStop and stocks that I don't fully understand, so I'm not going to talk about it. Just don't talk about what you don't know. But a lot of interesting things that are going on. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was we need to put people over politics. Let me explain. I'm gonna try to explain this without having all my notes out. But the concept is simple. We've gotten to a place in America where we simply don't care about the livelihoods and the well-beings of other people. I'm generalizing. I know this isn't everybody. We've gotten to the point where political parties have gotten more important than the people within the political parties. And it's to be frank with you, it kind of sucks. When you see folks reacting to a new president being sworn into office or about to be sworn into office, or votes being counted, and because things aren't going their way, they react in a way that's just not favorable, not decent, not respectable. It kind of sucks. It's weird because as a black man in America, all too often am I used to seeing things not go my way and having to deal with it, having to stick with it, having to be a part of systems. This looks kind of odd, this little like, anyways, having to deal with it, having to stick with it. And, you know, and in a lot of cases where black people are not a part of the power structure that's going on, but they have to just put up with what's been given to them. And so to see folks actually react this way to something that is lawful and legal kind of sucks. So all I have to say is all this stuff going on, and I'm rambling, but all of this stuff going on, don't ever forget to put people over the politics. Care about the person. If you care about pro-life issues and issues of abortion, then you should also care about battered single mothers or at-risk single mothers who need help and who need assistance in your local city and your local county. You should also care about people dying unjustly and people having grave acts committed towards them. You should also be pro-life in that as well. If you should be against illegal immigrants, then you should also take the time to understand why these folks are here illegally, and knowing that it's not a easy thing. It's not a simple thing for folks to simply come to this country and either be kicked out after spending time here or having family here or not. Just take the time. All I'm asking for is empathy. All I'm asking for is compassion. I'm not asking you to understand everything. I'm not asking you to be okay with everything, but I'm also asking you to not be okay with everything. All too often we have this in America. I can't speak for nowhere else, but we have this my side, my corners kind of way of thinking and looking at people and things and all these other facets of life. And sometimes we have to realize that those systems, those political parties, those factions, those groups, those cliques, one, they were created for a reason. And those things were created not with always the best of motives. They were created to get somebody else's or some group's point of thinking across. And I'm not saying that politics is bad. I'm not saying that groups are bad. I'm not saying that you liking your favorite sports team is bad. All I'm saying is that the hope should be that we should want to see other people live and thrive and grow, not to see people struck down or displaced or disrespected or treated less than human. That shouldn't be how we should be doing things. And we got to consider how we do it on both ends, whether you conservative, liberal, whether you Republican or Democrat, whether you libertarian, whether you in the Green Party or whatever the case may be. We have to learn how to politic with one another. Politicking is a phrase, I don't think folks use it that much often, but I remember growing up and hearing this phrase politicking, which simply meant to go into a space of people that you don't know, that you're unfamiliar with, and that you don't have anything in common with, and you converse with them and you have dialogue with them. So that's all I want to say. Love y'all. Please put people over politics. Don't put politics over people. Peace.